Summer romance and the boyfriend with all the parking tickets. Stories from my life. Summer romance at college. Stories from my life. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, or recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. And I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. Links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. If you connect with me, I will likely connect with you as well. Well, I've been sharing little bits and pieces of my life, little stories. Many I've told before. Some of you may have heard these stories. Some of you, because I have so many new people on my channel, probably have not heard these stories before. If you go back into my archive of videos, you may find stories that I've already told, or I'm adding more details to the story now that maybe I had not shared before, or brand new stories, okay? This one I've shared before. It was called, I think, The Boyfriend with 100 Parking Tickets. Okay, well, he really wasn't a boyfriend, but I'm going to give you this story. So after I actually started college at a major university in a Southern Lake town, and I started there. So I'd left my little apartment. That was a whole nother story called My First Apartment. And I started over the summer session, the summer semester. And I was a really great student. I wanted to focus on studies. I wanted to make great grades. I wanted to prove myself and all of that kind of stuff. So on a Saturday, some friends in the dormitory said, hey, let's go. We're going to go. During the summer, they kind of combined the floor with males and females. You know, of course, we had our own rooms, but they kind of combined it over the summer because it was just a small group during that summer. So anyhow, we went to, they said, let's go to the lake. So I jumped in the car with them with all my books, and I took all my books. So most of the day, while everybody else is playing racquetball and swimming and all that, I'm sitting there. I did swim a little bit, and I did, play volleyball, I think it was. And but most of the day I sat at a picnic bench and I was studying. I was studying for a test I was having on that Monday. And so along that day, it was earlier in the day, probably, I don't know, noonish, 1 o'clock, and this gorgeous guy comes over. Absolutely gorgeous. This really gorgeous guy, probably a year older than me. I think he was a sophomore and I was a freshman. And he came over and he sat down next to me. And oh my gosh, he was so good looking. And I was I'm not a shy person, but I kind of shied up at that moment. And he kept talking to me and saying, why are you studying? Why aren't you out there having a good time and everything like that? And, I said, well, I've got a lot of homework. And so we kept talking, and he really liked me. And we ended up spending the whole day together there, mainly with me studying. But we did walk around, and we kind of held hands a little bit and that type of thing. And but we just kind of walked around, while everybody else was out there doing, out in the water and all that. So we really spent the day together. It was probably about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. And it was, still light out because it was summer. But we decided, I decided I wanted to go back to the dormitory. And he said, well, hey, I'll give you a ride back. And his parents had bought him or given him or loaned him or whatever, a brand new, gorgeous, gorgeous work van. It was a big one. It was beautiful. I'd never been in a work van before, but it was a great big long one, really nice, really. But it was really nice inside and brand new. And he was driving it. So anyhow, we go and we leave, and we're going down this country road, and all of a sudden I see, and these are the old-fashioned police lights, and they're flashing. They're going around in a circle. They pull us over, and before I know it, he is, in handcuffs in the police car. And the policeman said, we are going to, your boyfriend wants to know if you'll drive the van back to the jail. And I said, well, I don't know how to drive this van. It's huge. And he's not my boyfriend. I just met him today. Well, he says he's your boyfriend. So so I really had no choice. If I wanted to get back to my dormitory, at least I needed to get the van to the jail, because then I could probably walk to the dormitory from there. And so I end up driving this great big work van. Remember, I'm only just barely 18, and I'm driving this great big work van for a guy that says I'm his girlfriend that I just met that day, and he's going away with the police. Well, it turned out to be he had, I don't know, somewhere between 50 and 100 parking tickets from the college, and he had never paid those college, or never even acknowledged those parking tickets, and that's what he was arrested on. And so they put him in jail, and I got the van back crooked. I parked it into the jail parking lot, went in to give them the keys, and they said, well, your boyfriend wants to talk to you. And I said, but he's not my boyfriend. They said, well, he says he's your boyfriend. And I said, okay, I'll talk to him. So they led me in the back, and there was like this little window. You couldn't, physically touch or see, you were up against like a little window. And he's sitting on the other side, and I'm sitting there. I think I sat down first. They brought him out, and he said, will you be my girlfriend? And I said, let me think on it. That was always my answer, let me think on it, which basically meant no way. But he was really, really cute. I never saw him after that. That was the last time I saw him, because I don't think he really knew exactly where I lived in the dormitory. And you couldn't get in. You had to kind of go to the main part, and you couldn't get in unless you belonged in the dormitory. So yeah, that was the boyfriend with all the parking tickets. Summer romance. That was my big summer romance at college. Well, from my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. Links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. And so from my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. Porch, a place to relax and a place to enjoy.